My school taught me lessons no textbook could ever explain. Every morning I walked through the same hallway, sat in the same classroom, and listened to teachers talk about history, math, and science. But there was one lesson I never expected to learn. One Monday, our teacher asked everyone to write down one thing they were afraid of. Most students wrote about tests, failure, or disappointing their parents. I wrote being forgotten. The teacher read my answer, looked at me quietly, and said, "Then make sure you leave something good behind." Those words stayed with me. A few weeks later, I noticed a new student sitting alone during lunch. Everyone ignored him because he barely spoke. I remembered what my teacher had said, so I sat beside him. We became friends. Years passed, and eventually I graduated. On my final day, I returned to that classroom to say goodbye. My teacher handed me an old piece of paper. It was the note I had written that Monday. But underneath my words, she had written something I had never seen before. You were never afraid of being forgotten. You were afraid nobody would remember how much you cared. I still think about that sentence. Maybe school isn't really about the lessons written in textbooks. Maybe the most important lessons are the ones we learn from people. What is one lesson your school taught you that you still remember today? Tell me in the comments. If you enjoyed this story, subscribe to the channel for more new and emotional stories you'll want.